Dubai South could become one of the most important property zones in Dubai over the next decade, or it could test investors' patience more than anywhere else in the city. Most people don't actually understand what they're buying here because Dubai South isn't just one community. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly the master plan, the districts, the airport expansions, connectivity, free zones, and the residential side. We'll also touch in some of the flight paths as well. And then I'll tell you where it makes sense to invest and who this area is not for. Now, let's start with the map of Dubai, because when people say Dubai South, they usually think it means Emaar South. But Dubai South actually split into multiple districts, and each one has a total different purpose. Number one is Al Maktoum International Airport, otherwise known as DWC. This is the anchor. Now, everything built here is around this airport. Dubai's airport's official plan for DWC includes 5 runways, and it also includes a capacity of over 260 million passengers per year. Then we have the Aviation District. This is aviation services. It's an ecosystem for them. Things like aircraft support, technical services, and typically businesses that they cluster around the aviation side. Next up, we have the Logistics District. This is cargo, warehousing, supply chain. This is essentially the industrial engine that creates a huge amount of employment for the area. Then we have the Business Park. This is a free zone business area. It's typically made up of office clusters, small to medium enterprises, service companies, and this is one of the key areas tied to Dubai South free zone business setup. Then we have the Commercial District. Commercial activity, retail and business services. This district supports day-to-day economic activity, and it creates a service-driven employment that indirectly strengthens nearby housing demand over time. Then we look at the Exhibition District, which is also a free zone for businesses. This is typically known as Expo. Historically, this is the Expo zone. It is positioned as an event innovation corridor, and it will create spikes in footfall, long-term commercial relevance, especially when we take a look at what they're building inside Expo in itself. They're building one of the biggest exhibition malls in the Middle East. Emaar are building a huge mall there, low-rise offices, residential, parks, much more. So Expo is definitely a very good one to look into. Then we look at the Golf District. This is a lifestyle-led, lower density, golf-orientated development. Lower density planning typically attracts end users and long-term residents rather than just pure short-term investors, which can influence resale stability different from high-rise clusters. Then we have the Residential District. This is low-rise apartments and modern homes surrounded by greenery, amenities, and a community-focused urban design. Now, this zone typically is where most investors are focusing on at the moment. When we look at the performance here, it will ultimately depend on how successful the surrounding businesses and the aviation district scale. Now, here's a very important fact. Dubai South includes designated free zone areas for company setup, but the residential districts are not free zone residential. Residential is residential. And Expo City, again, is separate. Okay, it operates under Expo City Dubai Free Zone Authority, which is its own free zone services in Dubai. So Dubai South isn't just one thing, it's an ecosystem: airport, logistics, business, exhibition, lifestyle, residential, and that is why you cannot analyze it like Marina or downtown. Let's talk about what exactly drives long-term demand here. Now, the DWC expansion is not just a small upgrade, it is positioned as the next generation mega hub. And importantly, Dubai Airport's leadership has publicly discussed a long-term shift of operations from DXB to DWC, and it's often referenced around 2030. Now, I want to be clear, timelines can shift, projects can evolve, and phases can change, but the direction is what matters for investors. Airports create employment clusters. aviation services, logistics and cargo, hospitality, retail, commercial offices. Employment drives population, and population drives housing demand. And housing demand drives long-term capital growth. But it's not just a next year story. Dubai South is a time horizon play. Now, if we take a look at the connectivity of Dubai South sits between major highways. We have Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Road Corridor and also the Emirates Road Corridor. Expo City is operational and the entire corridor is being planned as a major growth spine. Again, this is not guesswork, this is how master plans work. Now, if we look at pricing, I'm going to show you this properly on the screen. As of 2026, the key point is not cheap or expensive. The key point is pricing reflects maturity. Downtown is mature, Marina is mature, Palm Jumeirah is mature. Dubai South is still early in its infrastructure cycle. So here's how I want you to think about Dubai South. If you're buying here today, you are not buying a fully priced, fully mature rental market. You are buying future infrastructure and an employment ecosystem that comes with it. But I want to be very honest. Dubai South today is primarily a capital appreciation. It's not a massive rental yield play. Now, this is something that people forget when they analyze Dubai South. It's not just about airports and warehouses. The master plan includes hospitals, schools, retail, hotel, restaurants, superstores, and we're already seeing early phases of an ecosystem forming. You have grocery stores and superstores serving residents right now. Schools are either operational or planned within a wider residential cluster. Healthcare facilities are being positioned with a growth spine very, very close to everywhere in Dubai South. Hotels, hospitality, the infrastructure there, it sits a lot closer to the aviation and the exhibition districts. And this matters because employment creates demand, but also livability retains residents. And that's when pricing matures. Now let's talk about where investors actually focus on in Dubai South, because not all of Dubai South performs the same. Number one is Emaar South, which is known as the Golf District. This is a low-rise community feel. It's a master developer that is making the planning, being Emaar, and it's generally more consistent product quality. Now it's better for a long-term hold investor who would want a real cleaner community narrative rather than something low-rise. Now, Expo City residential, it's more commercial and lifestyle crossover. Now, this also has a full-scale mall built by Emaar with a red line metro, which is already in operation, along with everything else that Expo City offers. If the employment density and business growth continues to expand here, it will create a stronger walk-to-work demand. Then we have Dubai South Residential District. Usually a lower entry price, more investor concentration here, higher sensitivity to supply pockets. So I really want you to be picky on the building quality, the building layout, and who's going to be there in the future that will compete with the inventory. Low-rise communities often hold perception and resale demand better compared to high-rise communities. Now let's talk about the flight paths. A lot of people assume the airport nearby means planes are going to be directly over my building, and that's not how it works. When we look at the runway orientation and the zoning layout, the main residential clusters are not positioned as if they are meant to sit directly under the flight path. Here's my view on it. Dubai South is a long-term infrastructure bet. It's not a short-term flip market. If you need immediate liquidity and a quick resale, there are definitely better areas right now for you than Dubai South. But if you have a 5-year or more horizon, you understand about the airport timeline, and you want the exposure of the future employment spine in Dubai South, it can be one of the most strategic long-term positions in Dubai right now. Essentially, it rewards patience or it will punish impatience. Now, if you want Dubai property breakdowns based on data with no guesswork, fill out the form in the description below and let's have a chat. Please also subscribe, turn on the notifications for more weekly videos. It does really help grow the channel. And as always, I'll see you on the next one.